I swim in a pool of my own neurosis. I carry love and grief deeply, like an Irishman. I don't drink because I have problems or I want to escape. I just love drinking and being drunk. When a man sees his end, he wants to know there was some purpose to his life. I turned Hamlet down because it was going to take up too much of my drinking time. Winning the Pulitzer is not that big a deal. I have seen hundreds of plays that have won the prize and you couldn't sit halfway through it. The Pulitzer is a common prize that means very little. Probably the most distinctive characteristic of the successful politician is selective cowardice. LOL has turned into something you type when you have nothing better to add into a conversation. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh, no. There was a dream that was Rome. You could only whisper it. Anything more than a whisper and it would vanish. It was so fragile. If you're an economist and you're asked to predict what something is going to be like 50 years from now, it's going to be guesswork. The reality was that Warner wasn't there. If there were 2 people or 20 people identifying him, they were wrong. Many kids turn to selling drugs. It's not a good career choice, but they see it as a way to get money. All depends really on what kinds of assumptions you make. When you're forecasting things that will be happening 50 to 100 years in the future, it's really hard to predict what's going to happen that far out, so you have to make a bunch of assumptions. I formed a new group called Alcoholics Unanimous. If you don't feel like a drink, you ring another member and he comes over to persuade you. Marriage is a custom brought about by women who then proceed to live off men and destroy them completely, enveloping the man in a destructive cocoon or eating him away like a poisonous fungus on a tree. I often sit back and think, I wish I'd done that, and find out later that I already have.